Hi, my name is Medina. I am Ortodontist and I come from a beautiful country. I'm from Venezuela. Today I am going to talk about my works, my experience. Today I will tell you what things you should do in the software when you are planning orthodontics treatment that are going to be treated with aligners. That is, um, what I have called my presentation 100 tips that you should know for managing predictably in orthodontics aligners. And I'm sure you will want to see cases like this: a class 3 cases compensated with clear aligners, or a case with an impacted canine, or some cases treated with tabs. When I talk about a previous sector or anterior sector, I say that the patient facial analysis um, check the possible inclination of the patient's occlusal plane by means of photo of the smile short, and compare it then with the occlusal plane set up in clinched. Look at the incisal edge inclination and aid of the canine. I recommend for the above view the overlaid and grip tool. If the intrusion is acceptable, 1 or 2 millimeters very predictable, 2 or 3 millimeters less predictable, and more than 3 millimeters you should try to compensate with the opposite arch. If the worth the intrusion at the top, sometimes the smile line is low, you need very careful. Midlines. It can be adjusted using the IPR in 0.3 increments. In the subject, to start with the measure of the canines and maintain canine class 1. Remember to adjust the contact points each time you do an IPR before moving up the next one. Lastly, check the contour of the anterior teeth in the occlusal view, small rotations, and inset and offset hypercorrection maybe is necessary. If we don't need further expansion, make a very moderate expansion or as much as possible to gain space with less IPR and improve contact points, and proceed to the occlusal adjustment. If it is a posterior expansion, it must be done from the superior occlusal view and select the contact point view tool. Step 1. Check the photos to see if the patient has gingival recession or if they have enough bone structure to support the expansion. Try to keep it within the 2 millimeter limit or each side. 3 millimeters is the limit, and 4 millimeters is very unlikely to happen. Step 2. Evaluate the displacement of the upper molars. It is necessary to expand the first molar Try mesial out rotation first and then expansion the molar. When doing upper expansion, strong contact point with upper in the lower arch. Change the cat view to lower occlusal and try to adjust the antagonists in the following order: expansion, rotation, and intrusion. Always leave the intrusion last at the required the attachment on the adjacent teeth. When doing upper expansion, strong contact point with upper in the lower arch. Change the cast view to lower occlusion and try to use the antagonists in the following order: expansion, rotation, and intrusion. Always leave the intrusion last, as it requires the attachment on the adjacent teeth. The segment expansion will only be done if it is the expansion of the second molar. In this case, we place the teeth in position, but since we cannot do the sequence of the movement inclusion proof, we have to ask the technician for it. Please apply sequential expansions. First, expand the second molar, then expand the first molar, and then expand the premolars. Please expand quadrant wherever, for example, first or second quadrant, sequentially. Expands the premolar first, then the first molars, and then the second molar. From the occlusal view, look at the canine. Check the shape of the arch for good curvature, high protrusion, or lingualization. Remember that in general, patients do not like offset in or inset. Pay attention to the area of the lower incisor during expansions. Observe the bone quality on the region of the age of the patient. Note the torque being applied